And everyone was in the shops doing everything they normally do, like in McDonald's and in Boots and sitting around the fountain, Eros and everything. And we just stopped all the traffic. We were sort of yelling, running across Piccadilly, saying no poll tax.
Tax the poll tax! Tax the poll tax!
Where to, mate?
Tax the poll tax! Tax the poll tax!
This is the police that have done this. Can you get someone to call an ambulance?
And that was when the rioting sort of started. That as they went up, there were 4 or 5 anarchos who would like smash every bank window, every building site window, fur shops, things like that on the way out Regent Street. Police pushed us all the way up Regent Street. And then we got to it and the police pushed us all the way back down Regent Street again. So every window that wasn't broken on the way out, people smashed on the way back. And by then, perfectly ordinary people like me who were furious at seeing so many people having their heads split open were rioters, I suppose. I mean, the police made us rioters very quickly and very efficiently, almost as if they wanted to. They couldn't have done it better if they'd organised it, really.
I was with the crowd, and I was in the crowd, but anybody who was there had no choice. You couldn't choose what side you were on because the police were running after anybody.
We were all totally amazed. Later, to find out what our loved ones at home were being shown on television and news, and utterly shocked by the way that the media handled the films that they had. They were edited and cut and showed only a whole day of carnage, which is not true. And in future, anything I see on television or read in the papers, I will never, ever believe.
It was a simple, brutal assault on my officers.
By and large, reporters and photographers go out to get a story. And because of their authority position, the police can very often present a readily understandable story, normally with numerous photo opportunities chucked in as well. And so it's very easy to accept that version of events. It's convenient, it's quick, it means that you can whack in your special very, very quickly, and you can appear to have done a marvellously detailed job on covering an event.
My head hurts. I think it's a very, very sad day for this country, and I think we lost it a bit.
Why did you lose it? Why did police lose control?
Because the people, I think in England, you just do not expect people to be so vicious and violent against the ordinary British police officer and against people's personal property.
It seemed to me like they'd attended a different march. I mean, I found it offensive that they actually singled out a side, what was later a peripheral issue. I'm not peripheral, obviously, for the people whose shops it were and things, but I mean, that wasn't the issue. And the issue was why a peaceful march had been disrupted.
One woman was knocked over and badly trampled. Police argue that with the guilty mingling deliberately with the innocent, such injuries are inevitable.
Police have the power, again under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act now, to seize film and photographs, and they do that by getting a court order. It's almost unknown for the courts not to grant that order. They're doing it very readily, and they just have in relation to the poll tax demonstration. This puts the media, those who are independent and wish to, as it were, photograph the truth, in a very difficult position, because now the public will see them as people who may be in a position of having to give up the films and photographs that they've taken. They themselves feel that they're compromised by the fact that the police will come along afterwards and ask for those films and photographs. So therefore, their decision now in future is perhaps we don't go at all and film these events.
Get in there, man!
This is a police message for the press. Will you kindly leave the area and leave the people to disperse of their own accord? You are causing more trouble here than the people who are here to do the poll tax meeting. Will the press kindly leave the area?
The Home Secretary, the Metropolitan Police and the Deputy Leader of the Labour Party all declined to discuss the specific issues raised by this programme. If people had not taken their own cameras, this story would not have been told, as unbroadcast TV news footage of the demonstration is only available through a court order.
I think it's been a most disgraceful affair. I'm absolutely horrified. And I think it's shocking that the police should have to put up with this sort of hooligan behaviour.
I condemn the violence, absolutely. It's literally intolerable in a democratic society. I hope there have been substantial numbers of arrests. I hope the people who have been responsible for the violence will be convicted. And I hope they'll be awarded very severe sentences, exemplary sentences.
The Labour leader, Neil Kinnock, said the rioters were enemies of freedom and should be treated as criminals.
People were not attacking the police unprovoked. I mean, I think that the word self-defence has a meaning here, because if someone's charging you on a police horse, if someone's driving a police vehicle at you at high speed, fear makes you want to defend yourself, and I think that's what motivated people.
If I saw my friend that I was with that day, if suddenly she was jumped on and the police were beating her, I know for a fact that I wouldn't just stand there and start shouting. I wouldn't do that. I would have jumped in.